Greetings, blessings, love and light. This painting is called Nesuit bity, which is spelled N-S-W-T-B-J-T. So that's the original name of the pharaoh, title given to the pharaoh. Pharaoh being a romanized version of Nesuit bity. So nesuit bity is in the original Meduneta, which is the word of God, which I guess in our day and age is referred to as the hieroglyphics. So all the writings are called Meduneta. So this painting was done in 2012. There's a talented musician, guitarist, artist who was collaborating with me on a show. So it was my first time meeting her, and she came dressed in this head wrap. So this was our first meeting, so I don't think she knew I was into Egypt and all that stuff. So when she came with this, looking like this, I took it as the universe offering me an option, and the universe just speaking to me and telling me, this is inspiration, this is something you should paint. So yeah, I went on to paint the painting. As you can see, she's depicted in a head wrap, which is reminiscent of the ancient Egypt Queen Nefertiti. And just to picture this, if you were to make a sculpture of this in granite, how would you make it? How would the head wrap be represented? It would look something like this. So this is Nefertiti. And as you can see, her head wrap is pretty much the way a head wrap would look like if it was made in granite. So seeing this, I saw obviously the direct correlation with a lot of sub-Saharan African cultures, and just top of my mind, you can see the head wrap with all African women with natural hair. They use head wraps to protect their hair. And if you have if you have locks, you'd also put them in a head wrap like this. Also, you can see the collar down here. This collar is reminiscent of the Kalenjin in Kenya. The Zulu in South Africa also have beadwork like this. And many Southern African, sub-Saharan African cultures share the same pretty much fashion and dress and culture with ancient Egypt from thousands of years ago. The title Nesuit bity also has a B in its writing. So a bee and a leopard are synonymous of royalty throughout sub-Saharan Africa. This can be seen with the kabaka in Buganda, which is in Uganda. The kabaka wears a leopard print, and also the shaman in Ethiopia, or you'd call them the traditional doctors, in many Ethiopian tribes, and the Zulu king in Southern Africa also wears the leopard print. This is another representation of sub-Saharan Africa culture that is depicted in Egypt. She's also wearing one of these, which is a master shell earring, but I'll put that in the description. And yeah, but pretty much this is Nesuit bity. You can actually get a great deal of information on this by checking out a YouTube page called The King's Monologue. So in The King's Monologue, he has a video called There Are No Crowns in Ancient Egypt. And basically, it's because this was depicted as this, if you're to put it in granite, but it's actually a head wrap. And there are many other things. This is very common color work that is in Africa with beads and all of that. So this is just another example of how ancient Kemetic culture is still alive. Nefertiti, nesuit bity. Now let me get a close-up of the painting. Here you can see the earring. Nesuit bity. I give thanks.